All right, I'm delighted to say we're now joined by Chief Safety Jamari Connor. Won a Super Bowl in his rookie year, back again this year. How's the feeling, man?
Man, it's a great feeling to be back, man. You know, we blessed with another opportunity, so we're just taking it all in, taking it one day at a time, and enjoying it.
Talk to me a bit about playing with Steve Spagnuolo as your defensive coordinator and all the crazy stuff that he can throw out there to trick an offense.
Man, Coach Spaz, man, he's a great coach. You know, he pushed us. He won the best for us. And, man, he's a great guy.
The sack you had of C.J. Stroud back in the divisional round, a kind of prime example of a play like that where the pressure just came from exactly the opposite side of where the offense was expecting.
Yeah, man. You know, Coach Spaz know when to dial it up.
I mean, take an example of like that Bills game, the pressure that won the game where Josh Allen throws the deep pass. You've got two of you coming out of the backfield in that situation where they've slid everything to the left. Like, does it even surprise you at this point when Spags calls seemingly the perfect play at the perfect time moment?
Man, we done been in so many situations, so many moments that now, you know, it's second nature. We already know what's coming. So, yeah, it's been great playing with Coach Spaz.
Do you ever question it? Do you ever hear the play call come in and go, really? And then just...
Nah, as soon as we hear it, man, we just go get lined up and go get ready for the snap.
I absolutely love that. From what you've seen on film already so far, looking forward to the Eagles this weekend. A lot of receiving threats, Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown. What have you seen from what they offer and what you guys can put up against them?
Man, you know, they're a great team. You know, they got a great running back, two great receivers. So, man, it's going to be a challenge for sure. We just got to, you know, stick to our game plan and play as hard as we can.
Are you ready? If Saquon gets to the second level, are you ready to put your head down and get in there?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
No business decisions on Super Bowl Sunday?
Nah, man.
Love that, man. Look, Jamari, I really appreciate your time. Good luck for Sunday. Have a good one, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're back with Drew Tranquil. I mean, we've got to talk to Drew Tranquil. This is a tradition at this point.
It's good to see you, William. I love it, man. I love it.
Well, look, we spoke to you in Germany. You win. We speak to you last year. You win. So this is the good omen you need, brother.
It's great, man. And you're one of the best to break down football, man. You got a great football mind. No, I'm serious. This guy's got a great football mind. Y'all need to listen to his stuff.
Having spent the year around him, what makes it, compared to all the other coaches you've had, what makes him so unique and so special as a head coach?
He really hones in on players just being themselves, showing their personality. A lot of coaches want you to do things their way or the highway, but as long as you do things within the perimeter of the team, he's fine with it.
Getting into this game, I'm sure you ignore most of it, but there is so much talk in the world about people seem to either love your team right now or they kind of hate you guys. Does that fuel you in some ways to almost want to prove everyone who's, for whatever reason they've decided they don't like you guys, to almost prove them wrong?
No, we just go out there and play ball, man. That's all we do. Once the clock starts, we just try to do anything we can to get the win, and we leave all the talk to the fans, let them do what they do.
This season, you guys have had so many close games, but that you win those games, and that can build fortitude and a confidence that you can't create any other way. What have those close victories all season done for you guys to help you get to this point?
I mean, for us, as a team, it started in training camp. Those long, hard days, when you're tired, what are you going to do? Are you going to fold or are you going to go get it? And it just translates to the season. It translates to those close wins. We just try to find a way to get a win when you feel like you don't have it, or when both teams tired, who's going to be the team to come out on top. And we just find ways to win, and it shows.
We saw in the playoffs especially Steve Spagnuolo and your guys' defense that can be a defining factor for you guys. That's really, in a lot of ways, you know, outside of Mahomes and Kelce and Andy Reid, why you guys are back in the Super Bowl again. What's he do as a defensive coordinator that really brings out the best of you guys, especially in a late game situation like you face against the Bills?
First, I would say he's a great leader of men, and he's great at getting everyone to trust the man next to them and everyone play together, and we play a team defense.
Last thing, I really appreciate it. Travis Kelce, most of us can't even imagine what it'd be like to be Travis Kelce. You're around him all the time. How would you describe Travis, and how does he maybe deal with, you know, everything that he has to deal with, but still keep his main focus on the field, trying to win another Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs?
I mean, he's a true pro. He's great at what he does on the field and off the field. He's a great leader, great captain. He holds everyone to a high standard and holds everyone accountable. And it just trickled down from the top of the office to Coach Reid to Pat and Trav leading the guys to us leading the young guys and showing them the ropes.
Appreciate your time. Good luck on Sunday. Thank you very much. We all hear about Andy Reid, but you're around him every time. What makes him so unique, so special, so likable, but guys also want to run through a wall for him as a head coach?
Yeah, he works so hard. He's always at the facility, always working. He comes up with great ideas. He's got a great sense of humor. So he's such a smart guy. Loves his guys. So he's just a great coach all around.
Roger Goodell was asked today about this whole crazy theory that the NFL or whatever is biased towards you guys, which I can't even imagine what that's like being on the field, knowing that. But what is it like when you I'm sure you hear some version of that the last few weeks. Does that fuel you? Do you just ignore it all? How do you take that as a professional football player in the NFL who's in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, just being a part of the games are so intense, and I feel like the games are always just the games. I feel like there's never any I don't know anything. I just try and focus on what I focus on, and try and do the best I can, and let the chips fall, however they may, and but I just try and stay, focused on what I can control.
This has been a year for Patrick Mahomes where the numbers aren't absolutely off the charts, but in the end, all he does is win. He's still one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He might have the best game of his life on Sunday against the Eagles. What have you seen from him this year to where, once again, he's had all these changing pieces, but he has you guys back in the Super Bowl, and it seems like he just every year gets a little more mature and a little more confident?
Yeah, I mean, he's an incredible player, and he's just making plays left and right, whatever's needed for the team, and we've had a lot of guys coming in and out, and he's just done a great job, keeping everybody, on the same page, and so it's been special to see.
Last one, I really appreciate it. Travis Kelce has a life that we can't even imagine, but he seems to be as committed as ever to winning, to setting the tone, to bringing you guys together. What's this year been like, kind of watching him? Because obviously he can't play forever, but it seems like he's more driven than ever to get this three-peat for the fans and for the team.
Yeah, I mean, he's always so locked in, focused whenever he's in the facility, always there. He's spent so much time there too, so it's incredible to see after all these years, the passion's still there, the energy, the time, and everything. So just very lucky to be able to play with him, and it's been awesome.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, good luck. This is your second run with this team, and you've been all over the NFL. You play for a lot of organizations. What makes the Chiefs unique? What makes it work so well for them? Compared to every team's different, but they're obviously doing something right, and in kind of a mid-market, it's not a huge city, very proud fan base. What makes them work so well for them?
I think just everybody having a blue-collar mentality. Trav, Pat, Chris Jones, everybody works the same, Everything is expected of everyone the same way. So when we go to practice, we go to the film room, the meeting room, and how we prepare, that all reflects upon everybody.
That's not an easy thing to do, though, when you're back-to-back Super Bowl champs. You might be the first team ever to win 3 straight. Half the world loves you, half the world doesn't really like you guys right now because they're jealous or whatever. How does this team do it? Some of it's got to be blue collar, or some of it's got to be Andy Reid and an organization that probably thrives on maybe proving people wrong.
Yeah. I think it's from the top down, like you said. I think it starts with Veach and the players that he brings in the building. Everybody is like-minded, everybody has the same work ethic, everybody has a chip on their shoulder, and that's the culture that they built in that locker room. They don't bring anybody in there that's not like that. So, and then our coaches, they keep us well prepared, from Coach Reed, Spag, Nagy, and all the assistant coaches. Everybody wants to win. Everybody takes it seriously, so that's how we all prepare.
It's pretty crazy, but I think what you guys have been through as a team, just like the last couple years with the Taylor Swift phenomenon and the ref bias phenomenon, winning Super Bowls. At one point this season, you were the luckiest team in NFL history, people were calling you guys, and all you do is win. Does going through all of that almost help you in those super close games, or even getting to this point to where it's like, okay, what can they throw at you now?
Absolutely. Everybody we know on our team is calm in the sense of adversity. So going through those experiences and meeting adversity, that's why everybody prepared and so calm in those moments. So we actually look forward to being challenged and we look at proving people wrong.
Speaking of a challenge, the Eagles' defensive line with Jalen Carter, Vic Fangio calling it. We can throw everything else out. That's a really good NFL matchup, old school matchup. When you look at that line, do you guys have to be completely on it on Sunday to be able to win that battle?
Absolutely. And I have full faith in our offensive line. I mean, Creed, Joe, got my dog Trey out there. I mean, it's a great battle that everybody's excited for. So it's good versus good. We're the two best teams in the league, and that's why we're here.
Well, last one for you, and I really appreciate it. What's it like for you as a veteran who's played for multiple organizations to be back to be in a Super Bowl with this team, with this organization, on the verge of becoming the first team ever to win 3 straight Super Bowls?
It means everything, I know that I was on the outside looking in the last time they played Philly in the Super Bowl, so to come back and be able to be at peace and to making this history, I look forward to it. I'm excited and I'm ready for the moment.
Appreciate your time. Thank you. Good luck on Sunday. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. I haven't been around Patrick for a while now, and learned from him, studied with him, played with him, practiced with him. How would you describe him as a player and a teammate, as a leader?
I mean, he's one of a kind, honestly. He leads well. He leads by example. He leads with his words. He does all those things well. Works his tail off. He's one of the first ones in, last ones out type. Shows up to practice ready to roll. He might be banged up and all those things. You see guys that have been in the league as long as he has, usually taking breaks, this and that. No, he's ready to work, and so I respect all of those things about him. But when it comes to game day, I mean, he's as good as it gets. And I think no matter what kind of game he's had, good, bad, indifferent, like when it's the fourth quarter, like there's nobody better. And I've seen it firsthand now. I've seen it from afar for years, but I've now seen it firsthand. And you just kind of laugh about it on the sideline, because everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just has full confidence that he's going to get it done in the clutch, and you can feel that on this team, and it's been pretty cool. And
what's it mean for you, kind of full circle career-wise, coming up with Philly, almost winning the MVP with Philly, now you're playing Philly in the Super Bowl? I mean, most people never even reach a Super Bowl. You're having a true full circle life moment right now.
I'm grateful to be here, without a doubt. It's something, like you said, a lot of people don't get a chance to experience this, get a chance to play in this game, and so it's something I don't take lightly. I don't take it for granted. I know I'm a backup. I was hurt all those years ago, so I'm grateful I'm playing in whatever I'm dressing, I should say. But it's something I don't take lightly, and yes, it's against my former team, one of my many former teams at this point, and it's definitely something that I'm aware of, but again, it's another ball game once that kickoff starts.
So I'd say Creed Humphrey, center of the Kansas City Chiefs, is with us. I mean, at this point, it just feels like this must be normal for you.
Yeah, I've been really lucky and blessed my first 4 years in this league, getting to go to 3 of these now. It's been awesome. It's something I don't take for granted, though.
What is the approach from when Coach Reed, when the leaders in that locker room are talking to you about this? Like, how do you approach this differently to another year to make sure it doesn't feel normal?
Yeah, I think for us it's just focusing one day at a time and, focusing on things that we control, whether it's, practice, meetings, things like that. Make sure you're putting your focus into that and just stay focused on the game.
Huge storyline going into the last time you played the Eagles was that they were the sack leaders in the NFL. Everyone expects them to put you down 8 times, and yet you gave up no sacks against them. This time they got Jawaan Taylor. So talk to me about facing him. And what's it like facing Chris Jones in practice versus like getting you prepped for Jawaan Taylor?
Yeah, Jalen Carter's a really talented player. He's been playing really well this season, so shout out to him. I feel like a guy like Chris Jones helps you out a lot when you're going against these really good D tackles. So just getting to work in with Chris throughout the week, it's been really helpful.
I saw somebody talk about the idea that the interior of the line is now, we're at a point where actually you guys should be playing more than the edges. We're seeing much more internal pressure. Is that something you've felt, like you're seeing better and better D tackles every season?
What was that, sorry?
Are you just seeing better and better D tackles, better and better players at the position interiorly every season?
Yeah, there's a ton of really good D tackles out there right now. So, every week you feel like you're facing a really good stud player. That's what it is in the NFL, though. You're playing against the best of the best, so you got to be on top of your game every week.
Talk to me about your relationship with Pat, being his center, and what that means to you.
Yeah, we're really close. We watch film together, hang out together. He's just a great guy to be around. Great teammate, great player. Just a great guy to be around at all times.
The other guy we need to talk about, Travis Kelce. A lot of murmuring about would he go out on top if you win this weekend, if you do the Three-Peat. Talk to us about how special he is.
Yeah, no, Trav's awesome. I don't know anything about his future, but he's had a great career. He's been playing great this year, so we're ready to go get one more with him.
What is this week, preparation-wise for you guys? How are you going to get ready for this weekend?
Yeah, just focus on the things that we can control. Focus on meetings, practice, all those things, and if you do that, kind of block out the outside noise, it usually is good for you.
We hear so much about Andy Reid and what he's like and the offense on and on, but you're around him daily. What is it like playing for Andy Reid, learning from Andy Reid, being able to have a part in this offense and really be around one of the greatest minds, offensive minds in NFL history?
Yeah, it's an absolute blessing, and like you said, one of the greatest minds, offensive minds in NFL history. Just super thankful, to Coach Reed. Just the amount of preparation and time and work that he puts into pouring into us as football players, as men. It's just truly, truly incredible, and I'm just super grateful to him as a coach, as a leader of this team. Truly believe every single one of these dudes is bought into everything that Coach Reed puts forth and everything that he has us do. There's a rhyme and a reason to it, and I think we all trust that.
People are, I think, in a lot of ways in awe of what you guys are doing right now, back-to-back Super Bowls, maybe being the first team ever to win 3 straight. People also, there's no way around it, they're tired of you guys. They think the NFL is biased towards you. What is it like to kind of just be in the middle of all this and know that maybe half the world really wants you guys to do it and half the world absolutely does not want you guys to do it?
I mean, we're just going to keep our heads down, working hard, and trusting that our coaches are putting us in the best position to be successful as possible. We try to limit all the outside noise, and we just try to work hard for one another. I'm just super fortunate and blessed to play alongside all my brothers, and it's so much fun every single week coming to work with them.
Speaking of outside noise, your teammate and position teammate, Travis Kelce, I mean, can't even imagine the outside noise that he deals with. The longer you're around him, what makes it really work for him to be able to balance everything, have his life off the field, but by the time it comes down to game time, especially in the playoffs, he is one of the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, he's just an extremely humble and hardworking dude, and that's something that I'm going to take with me for the rest of my career, seeing that week in and week out. That guy just works, and it doesn't matter. Whatever's asked of him, he's going to do. He's going to help us. He's going to help the younger guys get better. He's been doing that for me for the past 4 years, and it's just something that's always stuck with me, and hopefully that I can take that and continue to pass that along to everyone else that I'm fortunate enough to play with.
Last thing, really appreciate it. You look at this Philly defensive line especially, they have been really, really tough all season, especially in the playoffs. When you put on the game tape, what do you see in this defense that Vic Fangio is able to do that has them playing at such a high level?
Yeah, I mean, their front guys are absolutely tremendous, like you were saying. They got great linebackers. Bond's playing extremely well. In the back end, Slay and Blankenship and all those guys. I mean, Gardner Johnson. I mean, I can't say enough good things about all those guys, and they've just been doing a great job of, getting to the quarterback, applying pressure to it. It's just a great all-around defense. So we got a challenge ahead of us, and we're really looking forward to it.
Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Got Jawaan Taylor, right tackle of the Kansas City Chiefs, who might have the biggest smile of anyone out here. It's nice to see someone enjoying it.
Absolutely, got to enjoy it and have fun for sure.
There's so much about business trips and everything else, and everyone's staying level, but you look like you're having fun, man.
Oh, yeah, man. It's always a blessing to be here and have this opportunity. It's an opportunity of a lifetime, so why not have fun with it?
Are you guys a fun team? Like, we see you off there, we see Travis's energy, we see you guys, but do you guys get to during the season, or are you very business-oriented, very, get down to it?
Oh, we know when it's time. It's a time and place for everything. We know when to lock in. We know when to have fun and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's football, and you want to have fun regardless. If you're not having fun, then you're in it for the wrong reason. So, I feel like we definitely know when and when not to turn it up and turn it back down.
How much did you enjoy this season, considering all those last-minute wins, all those one-score wins, all those I feel like I would get incredibly stressed out being in that team.
I mean, it's just part of the story, man, of this year and this season. Every season is different, but having an opportunity to just go against so many great teams throughout the year, it was definitely fun. We had a lot of fun for sure.
Talk to me a bit about discipline on the offensive line, because they're having a lot of penalties on you guys this year. Ron Torbert, as the official this weekend, is a guy who calls that stuff. Right. So, how are you guys making sure that you stay on the line, stay disciplined, don't go early?
Man, just do our job, man. Go out there and just try to play good and try not to have any penalties in the game. That's all.
Do you do anything special in training to deal with, it's going to be a loud crowd in here when both sides are ball? What do you do to make sure that you can handle the slide of
Got to train throughout the week, man. How you doing? Got to train throughout the week, man, and just try to get prepared for it. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun here.
Are you piping in noise in training? Are you practicing that silent count?
Oh yeah, you got to. You got to practice silent count throughout the week. When we practice with music on or crowd noise and stuff like that to get you prepared for those moments for sure.
Talk to us about your relationship with Pat and just what it's like blocking for him week in, week out.
It's truly amazing, man. He's a phenomenal person, phenomenal player, phenomenal leader. It's so amazing to come in and work every day with a guy like that and be in the locker room with such a great guy for sure.
Everyone says such great guys. when we see him in those quiet moments, when we see him away from the cameras, what is he like? What does he speak like? What's that personality that maybe we don't get to see?
Oh, great personality, man. Always having a good time. But, you know, he's also a phenomenal leader. And, you know, he knows when it's time to lock in and have fun and, you know, different things like that. But overall, he's a phenomenal guy for sure.
And look, we talked a lot this week already about the idea of going out on top. Jerome Bettis, Peyton Manning, these all-time greats. There's some talk about Travis Kelce may, if this weekend goes your way, decide that a three-peat 4 in 5 years is enough. Talk to us about him, what he's like around the locker room, and just like how important he's been for you.
Also, love Trout to death too as well, man. Phenomenal player, phenomenal guy. And it's so much fun coming and playing in the locker room with a guy like that. And, you know, we love him to death as well, and we believe in him, man. And he's a phenomenal player, one of the best to play the game for sure.
Are you even surprised at this point when he steps up in the postseason again, like he's seen in the last 2 games?
Not at all, man. Trav knows the way just as well as Pat, just as well as Chris, all the leaders on the team. But it's not surprising at all. He definitely knows what to do for sure.
And what is it like going up against guys like Chris, guys like George, when you're in training and you've got to go up against some of the best pass rushers in the league?
Oh, man, it's so much fun because it gets you so much better. You know, being able to go against those guys throughout the offseason and then going into training camp, it always gets you better, so I love it.
John, good luck for Sunday and, you know, maybe 2 in 2.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
We're here with the kick block king, Leo Chenal, linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing really good. How you doing?
Yeah, I cannot complain. I mean, 3 years with this team, 3 years here on opening night, 3 years in the Super Bowl. Is it starting to feel in any way normal to you at this point?
I mean, I feel like it goes by faster, you know, each and every year. Kind of, you get through the week in a little bit. Everybody kind of gets past the second, third day, and we're like, all right, let's just play a game here.
Look, I heard you talking a little earlier about the block against Denver. An unbelievable moment on the year, but for me it was the moment that really highlighted the Chiefs as a team who are just the most prepared of any team. The film watching, the fact that you saw that weakness in their line. So talk to us a bit about what Dave Taub does, what Steve Spagnuolo does for you in finding those weaknesses and being able to exploit them.
Yeah, like we had a lot of crazy games, crazy endings throughout the whole season, and it takes like every single guy, like, you know, obviously Pat, Trav, Chris, Bolton, like Trent, they're going to be making plays every game, but you got guys across the board like making plays, and like, some of it goes unnoticed. I mean, some of the biggest plays aren't at the end of the game, but Coach Spags has done such a good job at, like, I think he does the best job at like putting us in the fire during training camp. He puts a lot on, like, especially like when I was a rookie, like he puts so much. He threw me at Mike, gave me all the play calls, and all right, good luck. You know, so he gets us ready in those situations, those tense situations, putting pressure on us in those situations to be able to play well and smooth and relaxed on game day. So I think, I mean, and he's just like a father figure to us. So like, he's going to test us like that, but he's going to be stern, but like he also brings us all in, and we want to go to war with him.
Do his play calls ever catch you by surprise like they do us?
Nah, he's crazy sometimes. Like he'll throw something out there. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's definitely Spags.
The end of that game against the Bills, when everyone is expecting it to fade to the left, the whole line goes left, and suddenly you've got 2 defensive backs blitzing through a hole. Like that just felt to me like the perfect Spags moment, the perfect call at the perfect time.
Yeah, I mean, if like one day he goes to heaven and he has a perfect scenario, he'd probably call zero blitz, like every single play call, goal line, short yardage, third down, everything. But no, yeah, it was good. Like the players on the field executed well, you know, disguising looks, making it look like different calls that we have. So, you know, it all came together.
How ready are you to tackle Saquon Barkley on Sunday?
How ready am I? Yeah. Man, it takes a lot, man. It takes not just doing your job, but it takes a lot of guys. And, you know, one-on-one situations are tough with that dude. Like, you need the cavalry, you need the guys coming in and helping you out.
It's Jamari Connor, no business decisions on Super Bowl Sunday.
What do you mean by that?
Like, you can't be looking at it going, oh, I don't want to hit that guy. He's going to run me over.
It's Super Bowl. Like, you don't want to do that anyways, but no, it's Super Bowl. Nobody's doing that.
And look, talk to us a little bit about the mentality this week going into Sunday. How are you guys approaching this differently maybe from the last 2 years?
I think we do a good job at like approaching it the same. You know, we don't want to hype ourselves too much, especially with the extra time here. The extra time we can use to our advantage, you know, extra film study, extra recovery, but that's about it. You know, we want to treat it as like a game so we don't get, you know, too hyped up.
Love it. Look, Leo, really appreciate your time, man. Best of luck for Sunday, and who knows, 3 in a row.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. That was great.
Where are you from, by the way?
London.